Hello guys, it's Roman from Tentech. My subscriber Glacial Peak Entertainment requested a Mace tutorial. So I have made two Mace designs for you. This will be a two-part series. In the first part we're gonna do the first one and in the second part the other design. Have fun! First of all, make sure that you have the plugin Loop Tools enabled because we're gonna need it in both of the designs. Select everything with A and delete it. Add a new plane with Shift A, go into edit mode and extrude it. Like this. Now switch to face selection by pressing 3. Now add 2 loop cuts by pressing Ctrl R and increase the number of the cuts with the mouse wheel. Like this. Hit enter to approve it. Select the 2 face loops by holding Alt and clicking on them. Like this. And inset them by pressing I. Open the little menu in the bottom left and select individual, like this. And now press W, choose Loop Tools, Circle. Now we need to scale the individual faces, so choose individual origins in the Transform Pivot Point menu, like this. Now if you hit S, it's gonna scale the individual faces. Now hit E to extrude them. And hit M, collapse. Like this. I'm gonna do the same on the top. Press I to inset. Hit E to extrude. And M, collapse. Like this. Now we need a transition from this 4-sided face to a circle. For that, select it. Inset it. Press W, subdivide. Press W again, choose Loop Tools Circle, like this. Now you can see we have N-guns right here. We don't want this because it could give us some shading issues. It's not especially problematic on low poly models, but it's always good to train yourself to always make quads whenever you can. So for that I'm gonna go into the bottom view by pressing 7 and 9, like this. And I'm gonna switch to vertex selection mode by pressing 1, like this. Now how do we make quads out of those N-guns? As you can see, we go from 2 faces to 1 face. We can use the knife tool to mess around with the topology. Press K and select this vertex and hit A to straighten it up. Click on the edge and hit enter to approve. Do this on all 4 sides. Like this. Now press K again and select this corner. And connect it to this edge right here. Like this. Now use the knife tool again. Hit A and connect it in a straight line. Right here. Now switch to edge selection mode and select the edge right here and hit delete and choose dissolve edges. As you can see, we made 3 quads out of the N-gun. Now repeat this step for each side and you have good topology. Like this. Now choose each face of the circle and extrude it just a little bit on the Z-axis. Scale it down. Gonna move it up just a little bit by pressing G and Z. Extrude it again. Scale it down even more, like this. And then extrude it again until you have the length that you want. Like this. Now let's make the handle a little bit more decorative. So extrude a small segment like this. Select the edge loop by pressing Alt and clicking on it. Make sure that you choose median point on the Transform Pivot Point menu again. and hit Alt-E, extrude the faces along normal, like this. Now select the faces below again, extrude them, scale them outwards, extrude them again, scale them inwards a little bit. And I think this looks fine. If you want, you can select the edge loops by switching to edge selection mode by pressing 2. Right here, and bevel them with Ctrl B to rounding it up a little bit. I want to have a middle part right here too, so I'm gonna select this edge and hit Ctrl R and add a loop cut. Like this. Choose the edge below it and add another loop cut. And slide it up. Like this. Select the face loop with Alt and extrude it along the normals by pressing Alt-E. Like this. Maybe a little bit smaller. And if you want, bevel it. Like this. I'm also not very happy on the top here. It looks a little bit too flat. So I'm gonna add another loop cut right here and slide it up. Select this face loop, hit Alt-E to extrude along normals. And I think this looks alright. Now for the coloring, go into the materials view and switch to materials tab, add a new material and make it gray. Somewhat like this. Now switch to edit mode again and select those two face loops by pressing Alt and Shift. Add a new material, make it brown. And hit assign. If you want, you can adjust the colors of individual elements, like this ring, for example. I'm gonna select it. Same for the bottom one. Remember to always hold Shift if you want to select multiple parts. Maybe the top one right here too. Create a new material and I make it slightly lighter and hit assign. And that's it for the first design of the maze. If you want, you can watch the second part. It's gonna be linked in the description. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. And we're gonna see us next time. Goodbye!